Good evening. Okay. Hello, and welcome to Hockey Time on Memory to Video Productions. Brian behind the camera. Tonight we come to you from the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena for Game 2 of the best-of-3 series between the Allies and Liquid Lightning for the Fall E2 Championship Series. Yesterday we saw Game 1, where the Allies came back from a 2-0 deficit early on to come back and beat Liquid Lightning 4-2 off of a hat trick by Evan Hill and a goal from Brian Watros. We've seen Hill and Watros all season doing it for the Allies, being the top two players not just on the team but in the league, and they stood up tall yesterday for him, getting them the victory. Along with Seth Gibson, who also stood on his head, making save after save, keeping them in it while they took the lead and eventually won the game. Tonight we'll see if the Allies can cap it off and finish the series, or if Liquid Lightning will force a decisive Game 3, which will be this Tuesday night at 6 p.m. We'll be back in a minute with your starting lineups and the opening face-off right after these messages from our sponsor, Central Cafe, owned by Ron Lefebvre. Evan Hill. And we're here for the start of the first period as the Allies and Liquid Lightning get ready to start Game 2 here of the E2 Division Fall Season Championship. There you see Ricky Clemente sending it down into the Allies' end where it's picked up by Jim Benning. Benning out for Rieger. And it goes down into the Lightning end. Picked up by Paul. Paul behind his own net, sending it out for LeClaire. LeClaire leaves it for Clemente. Clemente shoots it down. Delgado trying to send a long pass for Blazinski, can't get it to him. Rieger doing a good job along the boards there. And LeClaire able to get it out of his own end, take it through the neutral zone and into the Allies zone. And LeClaire sends it up for Paul. Paul at the point with a slapper, saved by Gibson, and LeClaire with a spin around on the rebound, and it's deflected high over the net and out of play. We witnessed an exciting game yesterday, and we're expecting to be in store for a little of the same here tonight. Matrainen over to Paul. Paul didn't get enough of that one as he chopped it in, and Delgado clears it down the other end. You see tonight, Liquid Lightning is employing a hanger system going on tonight. Looks like LeClaire and Clemente both hanging very deep and not playing really any defense to this point. Delgado triple teamed and LeClaire able to come away with it. Blazinski gets to it now, takes it behind the net. And Blazinski sends it down past Matrainen into Liquid Lightning's end. Here's Paul. Paul comes in and a shot, slapper, right past Gibson. A great job there by Paul. As Matrainen gave him a pass, came in just past the blue line, pretty much completely uncovered, had a wide open lane, and was able to beat Gibson right past the blocker. And once again, for the second day in a row, Liquid start here, as it's 1-0 Lightning over the Allies, which we saw yesterday when they fell behind 2-0 early, and things looked fairly bleak for the Allies, but they were able to come back and pull out the first game. And there was a big opportunity there. Hill looking for Watros in front, couldn't get it to him, where Watros had a wide open net. Hill picks it up, sends it back to Talbot. Talbot returns tonight after missing yesterday's game. Watros for Hill in front with a spin around shot saved by Allen. Watros coming up behind the net. Pelkey just sends it back behind for Allen. Allen, who's not afraid to come out of the net as we saw yesterday. Watros sends it back up to Talbot. Talbot with a good shot saved by Allen. And it's sent back to the point where Santilli keeps it in and Watros fires high. Pelkey able to get it out of the zone. Talbot up to Hill. Hill coming into the Lightning zone, firing it wide of the net, trying to go far side there. Funk trying to pick it up, but it's taken away by Watros. Watros then loses it, where 91 picks it up. Fires it down into the Allies' end. Santilli over to Talbot. Talbot for Watros, who leaves it for Hill. Hill picks it up and cycles around. Hill's got an opening. He comes in, he shoots, and it's saved by Allen and cleared down by Pelkey. Pelkey had a great game yesterday as he was able to stop Hill on many, many opportunities trying to come into the Lightning end. We'll see if he can do that again tonight. It's going to be very important for Liquid Lightning if they plan on pushing this series to 3 games. Gibson picks it up and leaves it for Talbot. Talbot sends a long pass to the boards for Watros. Watros trying to find Hill in front. Not a bad pass, just a little behind Hill and out of his reach. Here's LeClaire. LeClaire shoots a backhander, saved by Gibson. Hill sends it up for Watros. Watros coming through center ice. Watros shot blocked by Matrainen. Matrainen loses his stick in Watros' arm. Watros hung up a little bit by Pelkey. He's looking for a penalty and he's not going to get it as Allen sends it around the boards to LeClaire. LeClaire trying to get it up to Clementi, could not as Blazinski takes it away. And then Matrainen able to get in there and take it away. But Rieger does a good job standing tall and knocking it away from Matrainen. Picked up now by Clemente. Clemente trying to get it by Blazinski but cannot as it hits off his skate. Now picked up by Benning. Jimmy Benning coming into the Lightning end. Sends it over. Now picked up by Blazinski, who tries the backhand one at the net, but stopped by Pelkey. Long pass by Clementi to Matrainen, a good shot. Big shot there by Matrainen and a big save by Gibson. Allies are looking for Gibson to have another big day the way he did yesterday. Rieger's got a chance here on a break. She fires it in just to the side of Allen, who drops it back for LeClaire. LeClaire now taking it down. Tries to tip it up, but a great play by Blazinski as he knocks it down and fires one just wide of Allen. Paul sends it out off of LeClaire, and it's picked up by Blazinski, who fires it back down into the Lightning end behind the net. Picked up by Matrainen. Matrainen can't get it by Blazinski, who's playing very well early on the forecheck here. Blazinski tries to get it in front of Rieger, could not, but Delgado comes in, and a slapper right through the legs of Allen. Beautiful job by Joey Delgado there. Blazinski came behind the net, tried to feed it out in front for Rieger, just missed her. Beautiful try. Delgado came in from the point, wound up, and blasted a slap shot right between the legs of Jared Allen to tie this one up at 1-1 here early on in the game. LeClaire now coming through the center ice area, tips it off his stick, and Jimmy Benning sends it back down the other way. Rieger runs into Matrainen. Matrainen able to pick it up, and he gets by both Rieger and Blazinski. But Rieger's going to get a tripping penalty here. A little bit of a delay on the call, but fairly predictable. So the Allies are going to go short-handed for the first time today, as it'll be the first penalty of the game. And Liquid Lightning will try to get their lead back. Blazinski lost it in his skates there off the face-off, which gave LeClaire a good shot in on Gibson, but he was able to make the save. Paul picks it up, sends it over from Matrainen. Matrainen to Clemente. Clemente sends it in for Paul, and Paul does it again. Perry Paul having a game early on. That's his second goal of the day. Just beating Gibson 5-hole. I'm not even sure if Gibson thought Paul was going to shoot that one. He looked a little surprised and definitely not happy about it now as he takes a minute to get back to his feet. Liquid Lightning able to do the job and get the power play goal to go up 2-1 now. And they have, interestingly enough, led for the majority of these first two games so far. The Allies have been the come from behind team so far, and they're looking to do it again. Gibson leaves it around for Talbot. Talbot sends one, it bounces off the boards, took a weird bounce and almost costed them, but Hill was able to pick it up and move it away, and he gets it to Watrous. Watrous was shot saved by Allen. Hill circling around, can't get it by Funk as it's knocked away by 91. And he tried to find it Pelkey, but Hill able to knock it off his skate and get it in there, and Hill with a backhander. Saved by Allen. Now picked up by Funk as he circles around his own net, but another stop by Hill. Watrous now picks it up. Watrous behind the net. Out for Hill, and he whiffs on it. That's not something you see very often. A good move there by Pelkey. Ooh, another good move by Pelkey, who's not really known for the dangling moves, but a couple nice moves there by Pelkey. And Pelkey looking to have a second straight very good game and help push the Lightning to a third game that they desperately want to go to Tuesday night. And Pelkey knocks it away from Hill's reach. Hill picks it up. Pressured by Funk, leaves it back for Talbot. Talbot up to Watrous. Watrous has Hill long, but he ends up holding. Hill streaking towards the net. Watrous fires, and it banged off somebody in front. Nice back check by Watrous there to knock it away. And Hill can't get past Funk, but he recovers and picks it up, and he's in! And a goal! If Evan Hill gets that close in the slot, he's likely to score, and he does there, as the Allies able to tie it up 2-2 now. This is a completely different game so far from the other day. Liquid Lightning has jumped out to the early lead, but Allies able to stay with them and tie it up twice so far in this one. Face-off won by Liquid Lightning, and it's sent back into their own zone, where Pelkey sends it out for Funk, over to number 91. And here's Funk. Funk into the Ally end. Deflected by Talbot as Watrous sends it long for Hill. A nice move by Hill past Basili, and he misses the net. No, he's not happy about that one. Sent out of the zone. Santilli sends it back. Hill picks it up, but knocked away by Pelkey. Pelkey's not somebody that Evan Hill wants to see today after yesterday. He could not get by him. Allen clears it out. Santilli back in for Hill. Hill off his skate, trying to get past the Lightning defense, sends it out in front where there's nobody there. Funk fighting with Watros along the boards. Watros is going to win that battle and shoot it just over the net. And it's picked up by Pelkey and sent down. Talbot sends it back, and Evan Hill is there. Hill leaves it for Watros. Watros shot again, deflected wide of the net. Picked up now by LeClaire as they're trying to break, and Hill took down LeClaire there. No penalty call. Hill able to get by, and another one for Evan Hill. That time he made short work of Pelkey as he dangled right past him. Came in all alone and beat Jared Allen easy on the blocker side. Very similar to the last goal. As the Allies take their first lead of the game, 3-2. Still in the first period here, so a lot of action. A lot more than we saw in the first period yesterday. LeClaire shoots it wide, and Matrainen can't get it on net. Cleared out by Benning. Matrainen now picks it up. Matrainen leaves it for LeClaire. Goes down into the corner. LeClaire's pressured by Blazinski. Nice move by LeClaire past Benning, and he drops it back for Paul, who's looking for the early hat trick. And it's deflected wide by Gibson. Clemente leaves it back for Paul. Shot and blocked by Delgado, and Matrainen off the rebound, just missing the net there. And Allen comes out of the net again, and he almost paid for it as Blazinski was right there on him. Blazinski able to take it away from Paul as he's trying to clear it down into the Ally end. Matrainen goes right past Rieger, and then Blazinski, and then Benning, and then Delgado, and two shots and big saves by Gibson. He didn't know where it was, but the Allies were able to get it out of the crease area. Now Delgado behind the net. That was a big opportunity for Liquid Lightning lost. And just as the period comes to an end, that's a big one. That was a great first period and a great way to start the game, as it's 3-2 Allies over Liquid Lightning. And one thing to mention for the Allies, they're joined on the bench today by an old friend, Mike Watros, who was lost in about the third game of the season to a broken wrist. And they miss him a lot, even though the rest of the team has picked it up and done a great job making the Allies one of the best teams in this division. But today, Kelsey will sit on the bench and cheer his team on as they try to finish this off and take the championship here tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the second period after these messages from our sponsor, Central Cafe, owned by Ron LaFave. And we're back for the drop of the start of the second period here. Blazinski wins it and sends it down in on Allen, who misplays it for a second, but he's able to recover and get it out to LeClaire, who's pressured quick by Benning in the neutral zone there. LeClaire retreats and brings it back behind his own net. Clemente over to Matrainen. Matrainen into the Allies' end. Loses it for a minute, but he's able to get it back and get a little backhander in on Gibson, who makes the save. Taken out now by Blazinski. Eric Blazinski fires it down in the corner. Rieger tries to take a shot, but deflected by LeClaire, and there's a shot by Blazinski, saved by Allen. Here comes Delgado in with another slapper. Can't get that one to go. Blazinski in the corner, pressured by Matrainen. And Blazinski with the wraparound. And a save, I think. It looked like that slipped into the net, but it doesn't look like they're going to give it to him. It did appear that it slipped into the back of the net and Liquid Lightning had pulled it out. But it looks like the referees are going to say he made the save. And we'll have a face-off to the left of Allen. So Liquid Lightning may have gotten away with one there. Allen coming out to plate again. He is not afraid to skate. He's not a bad skater, so maybe that's why. But it's very risky when a goaltender does that, when other players are in close quarters. Picked up now by Matrainen as he tries to get it out. Knocked away by Rieger, now picked up by Leclerc. Leclerc comes in, drops a backhander in front, knocked away by Delgado. Here's Leclerc as Blazinski comes in and knocks it away. Firing it down into the corner where it's picked up again by Allen. And he shoots it just over the stick of Rieger there. And Matrainen coming, giving it to Clemente. Ricky Clemente circling around with it. Leaving it for Matrainen. Back to Clemente. Clemente shoots, and a save by Gibson. Clemente's not the best player, but he has a heck of a shot and a definite tendency to score goals, which makes him very important to this Liquid Lightning team, who needs goal scorers. And they're going to need it against the Allies, especially trailing here in the second period. We're going to get a face-off. It's going to be coming to the right of Gibson. And it's won back by Liquid Lightning. Santilli sends it out, and Watros puts it down into the corner. And the ball goes out of play, and we're going to get another face-off here. Face-off will come just outside of the Allies' end. And Liquid Lightning wins it into the Allies' end. Number 91 tried to get it in front for Funk. Could not as Talbot takes it away. Shoots it right into the Declan Basili's leg. And a beautiful goal by Brian Watros. Watros can do it when you least expect him to, and that was a perfect example as he walked in, got a beautiful pass just about, right about the top of the face-off circle, and fired it right over the blocker of Jared Allen, who didn't even have a chance. I don't even think he expected the shot to come from Watros. So now Hill has 2 and Watros 1. Not a surprise, they're making their presence felt once again for the Allies as the Allies lead 4-2. And here's Watros stopping one there on Pelkey and firing it just wide of Allen. Now picked up by Funk, who sends it down. Santilli sends it back into the zone. And Watros able to pick it up, leaves one for Hill. Can't get it cleanly to him. Talbot sending it down into the corner where Hill is there. Hill around the net. He's got Watros in front. And a beautiful pass through traffic. How he did it, I don't know. But Watros could not connect with it. And there's Hill all over the place tonight, looking for the hat trick early on here, and he almost had it, but a big save there by Allen. And Basili and Watros get tangled up in front, but nothing is going to come of that. We'll have a face-off to the right of Jared Allen. Face-off, one back by Watros. Goes behind the net now. Hill there pressuring Basili. Basili spins around as Watros comes in on him, and Hill down on the other corner. Hill able to pick it up as Pelkey lost it. Hill over for Watros. Watros looking for number 2, and he shoots just high. Hill back over to Watros, leaving it back for Talbot. Talbot trying to get it back to Watros with a saucer pass. Could not, as it's cleared out of the zone by Basili. And a bad pass by 91, who's just trying to get it back to Pelkey, but it was a weak pass, and it's taken away by the Allies. And Allen comes out again with Hill right there. Very dangerous move, because Hill's very good when a goaltender's out of the net. It's very good when a goaltender's in the net. And Watros shot deflected behind the net. Watrous leaves it for Hill, who drops it back for Talbot. Talbot back down into the corner for Hill. Hill circling around now, kicking it past through his skates. Here he comes. He's got Watrous in front, but he puts it right between the legs of Allen. A beautiful shot by Evan Hill. Something you've gotten used to when you've watched him all season the way we have, but Evan Hill just moving around. You don't know if he's going to pass it, if he's going to shoot it. And eventually he just tapped one right between the legs of Jared Allen. I don't think Allen expected it. That's what makes Hill and Watrous both very dangerous. They're very hard to read what they're going to do, and they can pretty much do anything. And when they're out there together, they are deadly. Matrainen mishandled it behind the net. Very dangerous. As Blazinski's right on top of him and able to knock it away. Jimmy Benning picks it up. Benning has Blazinski in front, but he's got a wide open shot. Oh, good pass by Benning right through the slot to Blazinski, but too many guys there as Paul is able to get it on his stick and knock it away. And Matrainen fires a slapper wide of Gibson. Now picked up by Leclerc. Leclerc behind the net. Clemente, who sends it out in front, and a shot and a score by Leclerc as he was able to recover the ball in front. Fires it right, looked like between the arm or underneath the arm of Seth Gibson. And they're trying to make a comeback here as the score is now 5-3. Allies still have a fairly good lead, and they're not a team that blows many leads, so we'll see what Liquid Lightning can do. Allen comes out playing it himself again and sends it into the Allies bench. It's lucky this isn't ice hockey, because that's a penalty. And the faceoff won by Blazinski, who sends it over. Delgado had an angle, didn't take the shot, ends up holding and taking a shot later on. Gets it in on Allen, who knocks it up in the air and is able to glove it down and get the whistle. Face-off won by Blazinski as he puts it in the corner and comes in on Matrainen with a hard stick. But Matrainen gets it down for Leclerc. Leclerc back to Matrainen. Matrainen has it knocked away by Rieger, but he's able to recover. And he fires a slapper just wide of the net there. Nice shot by Benning to get it out of the zone. And now he gets it up for Rieger, but she lost it in her skates. Couldn't find that one. Leclerc trying to get it over for Clemente. Couldn't, and Paul gets a shot on. Deflected away. Paul again with a shot, looking for the hat trick. Paul leaves it back for Leclerc. Leclerc tried to find Paul, but stolen away by Blazinski, who comes in using Rieger as a screen. Shot on, saved. And he leaves it in front for Rieger. Can't get to it as it's knocked away by Allen. Delgado does a good job blocking Matrainen's shot there. Blazinski fires it down into the corner where Allen comes out to play the ball. Allen fires it back down. Blazinski able to knock it back to Delgado, who can't get it back down to Blazinski. And here's Matrainen. Matrainen with Leclerc, but sends it down into the corner for Clemente, who can't handle and just knocks Delgado into Gibson, which should definitely be a penalty, and Gibson is now down. And it looks like they are going to give Clemente a penalty. I didn't see a referee's arm up at all. Or maybe, no, Clemente was going to the box. He is deaf, so maybe he thought he was getting a penalty, and clearly he's not, because now he is on the bench. Yeah. Definitely should have been a penalty. My guess would be it'd be interference. It's not quite goaltender interference because he knocked Delgado into Gibson, but he definitely interfered with Delgado. So there's a penalty there no matter how you look at it. But the referees say no, and we will continue on as Clemente's on the bench now. And Liquid Lightning sends out their second unit with Pelkey and Basili on defense. Watrous able to get it off the face-off. 91 fires it into the corner, and a shot by Funk. Surprising Gibson and beating him over his glove hand side. I don't think Gibson knew Funk had a shot like that. We haven't seen that at all this year from him. But he does have a few goals this year. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists through the regular season. Hasn't done much throughout the playoffs, but a big goal there as he cuts this lead to 1, 5-4, Allies lead. As I said earlier, the Allies don't blow a lot of leads, and they're trying to fix that. Watrous for Hill, and Hill gets number 4. Evan Hill with 4 goals tonight. 3 yesterday, 4 tonight. The man has been on fire. He's also played in about 10 games in the last 2 or 3 days, and in all different leagues, obviously. But Evan's been a very busy man the last couple days, and you know, especially for the Allies, he's been very busy, racking up 7 goals over 2 games. Here's Basili. Basili trying to get it into the Allies' end, but he actually runs into Stan Funk. And now it's sent down, and they're going to get Talbot for what looks like a very iffy penalty. It was hard to see exactly what happened there. You could see Talbot's stick tied up with Pelkey. It did appear it was either caught on something Pelkey was wearing or Pelkey was holding his stick. And he very slowly went down, which clearly looked like a dive. And they are going to give... Oh, they're going to give Pelkey the penalty. Oh, they're going to give them both a penalty. Very interesting. I don't quite understand this, because it can really only be one person's penalty. Either he held the stick or he got hooked. Can't really be both. But very odd officiating early on in this one. But nonetheless, it's even strength, no harm, no foul for either team. It's basically a no call. Sent down into the corner by Basili, where Funk took a one-timer, saved by Gibson. Funk with a good job on the forecheck, taking it away from Gibson with a second opportunity and saved by Gibson. Hill in looking for goal number 5, and Allen makes the save as he gets the whistle. And he covers it up. And there's the face-off. One back by Watrous to Delgado, who's looking for his second goal of the game. Hill, looking for number 5, shoots it, blocked by Matrainen. And Hill knocking it away, and he's right in there, had Watrous, and can't get it. Hill doing a good job on the getting back to help on defense as Matrainen sends it out of the zone. So 6 goals for the Allies as they lead 6-4. And Evan Hill with 4 of their 6 goals. Joey Delgado and Brian Watrous followed up with the other 2 goals, giving them a 2-goal lead. Face-off goes back to Delgado. Delgado can't get it by Matrainen. And Leclerc picks it up now, and he sends a good pass through, but Matrainen couldn't find it. And Blazinski sends it down behind the net where it's picked up by Matrainen. He's pressured by Rieger. Nice shot by Rieger there. She sends it back behind the net. There's Blazinski fighting for it with Matrainen again, taken away by Matrainen. And a good hard shot by Matrain and saved by Gibson. And he'll get a whistle. Looks like we're closing down near the end of the second period here. Allies still holding on to their 2-goal lead. Trying to close this one out tonight for the championship. Delgado fires it down the court where it's picked up now by Allen. Allen sends it out for Matrainen. Matrainen taps it off the boards past Blazinski, but he does a good job getting back and fires it in on Allen, who now picks it up and controls it. A little confusing. That will be the second time that Allen fires it into the bench. That time he had a little bit of help as Rieger was there to help deflect it, but he loves to handle the ball from the net. Face off, one back. Delgado over for Benning, taken away by Clemente. There's Matrainen with a shot saved by Gibson. He covers it up as Leclerc was sitting right on the doorstep looking for any rebound that were to pop out there. And that face-off, one back behind Gibson. Delgado pushes it off the boards past Clemente, and Paul knocks it back in to the Allies' end. Benning fighting with Paul. Benning's going to win that battle. Sends it long for Rieger. Knocked away by Leclerc. Leclerc past Benning. Gets it past Blazinski, but knocked away by Delgado. Here's Rieger and Benning on a 2-on-1 break, and Rieger shoots it into Matrainen's skate. Rieger's got Blazinski back, and a bad pass there, clearing it out. And Leclerc now with Clemente, and a save by Gibson. Clemente didn't get the best wood on that one, but Gibson was able to get over and cover it up. He was really lucky, though, that it didn't get off the ground really at all, because that was a dangerous position for Gibson to be in. And a big opportunity for Liquid Lightning to close this to 1 goal once again. Blazinski wins it over to Delgado. Delgado going long. Coming in on Matrainen, and he loses an edge there and slips down as it's fired in by Clemente. And one extra shot there by Leclerc just as the whistle was blown, trying to knock it in. Gibson was able to hold on and cover it up. And that will end the second period. As the second period comes to a close, the score is 6-4 Allies over Liquid Lightning. And we'll come back with a third period in a minute. But first, I want to remind you this broadcast is brought to you by Memory to Video Productions. And we'll be back after this message from our sponsor. And we're back, getting ready for the third period to begin. Allies come into it with a 2-goal lead, trying to close this one out. They are 11 minutes away from a championship in the 2012 fall season in the E2 division. Shot in by Funk, fired wide. Funk coming back. Gibson playing low, and Funk stayed low. Gibson able to knock it away. Talbot taking it behind the net. Sends it out for Watros, who tries to get it to Hill and eventually does. Pelkey mishandled it, and Hill looking for 5 but can't get it. And Basili able to clear it out. Pelkey trying to leave her for Funk, but 91 picks it up, and he fires it off the boards for Funk, but he can't get to it as it's knocked away by Talbot. Talbot loses his feet. Watros able to clear it out of the zone, where Pelkey mishandles it again, and he's going to be outskated or really just quit on it. Hill puts the pressure on Allen, who sends it down. Talbot able to send it back into the zone, and here's Hill again. coming behind the net. Sending it out for Talbot. Talbot doesn't shoot very much, but tried one there. Couldn't get anything to go from it. And then, big save. Big goal for Hill. Big save. Big save by Allen. As Hill was right on the doorstep looking for number 5 tonight. Talbot picks it up now. Gives it over to Hill. Hill making a move on Pelkey, and he's able to finish it. But a big save again by Allen. Allen's starting to stand up now and show that he's a quality goalie. Allen actually had a very good game yesterday. It's lost in the scuffle with Gibson playing spectacular yesterday and the Allies making a miraculous comeback. But Allen actually played a very good game yesterday, and he was really the only reason that Liquid Lightning was able to hold on to that 2-goal lead as long as they did. Here comes Liquid Lightning. Funk sends it in. He can't do much with it. Here's Watros now. Watros. Stick handling. Pass Basili. Drops it back for Hill. Able to get it to him. Hill trying to get the pass Basili, and he does. He's much faster. And he shoots in on Allen. And Allen sends it along the boards to Funk, who makes a move, almost faked himself out there. And he sends a pass to Pelkey, who makes a good move, backhanding it off the boards past Talbot. Pelkey's shown some good moves tonight. Here goes Watros. Breaking in with no help. But there's Hill now, and Hill on a breakaway, and that's number 5. Eventually, he was going to get it. He's been all over the place tonight, and he's had tons of opportunities. And Evan Hill's got 5 goals in this playoff game. And the Allies are just running away with it now as they push this one up to a 3-goal lead. And the way Gibson's been playing and the way the Allies' defense has been playing, it looks very bleak for Liquid Lightning. They really have to pick it up if they're going to make a comeback here and force a game on Tuesday. Delgado tries to clear it out, can't. Matrena and Leclerc ran into each other. Blazinski fires it down into the Lightning end. And Allen, for the 3rd time today, plays it out of play.
Yeah, but in the benches, it doesn't matter. He's going to do it every time. Face-off's down low every time. That's fine. Bullshit rule. Change it to make it a house rule. They penalty. No, not on the benches. I read it a couple places where it was.
But one suggestion, everyone's complaining about how Allen keeps firing it out of play, but the one suggestion I make to Allen if he doesn't want to do it, stop firing it at the benches. Be a good way to not shoot it out of play since there's no glass there. Delgado picks it up now after a pass from Benning. Delgado behind the net, pressured by Paul. Sends it along the boards, and Clemente puts it into the corner where Paul pressures. Paul puts it in front for Matrena, and a big save by Gibson. Gibson continuing his strong day and his strong playoff. And Blazinski's shot off the glove of Allen and deflected into the rafters. The face-off will come to the right of Allen now. Blazinski able to win it. Rieger and Blazinski not able to handle, and here comes Matrena down the other way. A great back check by Blazinski, but he loses his feet there and takes a hard spill on the ground. Good pressure by Blazinski. Want to see that a lot more from him. A long shot by Paul, gloved down by Gibson and left for Delgado, who just fires it in. Now the Allies are playing dump and chase and really just try to run this clock down. LeClaire clearing it out of his own end, taking it all by himself, trying to make a move on Watros, who barely touched him. A great pass there over for Clemente. Gets a one-timer saved by Gibson. Give Gibson credit. He hasn't got a lot of opportunities from time to time, but he has not fallen asleep as he stops another one there from LeClaire. He's been wide awake tonight, making save after save whenever they've been called, whenever they've called his number. The face-off, one back by Liquid Lightning, taken away by Jimmy Benning. Benning, pressured by Matrainen, he's able to knock it into the corner, where now he puts the pressure on Matrainen. And Matrainen getting past Rieger, and Benning fires it down, and Watros sends it back. Watros picks it up, shoots it off the boards to himself, circles around and sends a long pass for Jimmy Benning. Benning puts it off of Matrainen's leg pad, and Allen behind the net couldn't do much with that except for lose it to Jimmy Benning. And here's LeClaire now. LeClaire off the helmet of Gibson. Oh, and finally we're going to get a penalty here as LeClaire clearly took down Benning, and that was ugly. The near referee didn't even flinch to make a call, and the referee all the way down the other end made that call, which is just ridiculous. But Allies are going to get a power play, which in so many ways kind of puts the nail in the coffin of Liquid Lightning tonight, because this is not what they need at this point. Plus the faceoff's going to go all the way down the other end to the left of their own goaltender. So that was a really stupid play by LeClaire. It was almost a give-up play, and I'm not exactly sure. I doubt Benning said anything to him because he's not that kind of person. It just seemed like out of frustration that he just hauled him down. That was not by accident. And Watros picks it up now at center ice. Whiffs a little bit on it, and a good play there by 91, but a great back check by Evan Hill as he takes it away, and it's a 3-on-1 opportunity for the Allies. Here's Watros now. Watros over for Delgado. Delgado back to Benning. Benning at the point, sends it in for Watros. Watros centering for nobody, really. And here comes Matrainen. Matrainen trying to come in, but a save by Gibson as he stands tall again. Here comes Watros. Watros drops it in for Hill, who's looking for number 6, looking for the rare double hat trick tonight. Watros leaves it back for Hill. Hill misses again with another opportunity. And we're going to have a little something here between Watros and Paul. I didn't see exactly how that one started. Looked like they just started jawing at each other. I don't know how Watros' helmet got knocked off. Maybe he was hit by Paul. But looks like they're both going to go to the box for a little while for what would most likely be unsportsmanlike. I didn't see any punches thrown, so it doesn't look like anyone's going to get kicked out or suspended. Not that it exactly matters, because this is more than likely the last game of the season for these two teams, unless a miracle happens. We've got 4:16 left in this game, and the Allies have a healthy 3-goal lead here. And a solid Seth Gibson in between the pipes, which is going to make it even harder on Liquid Lightning. Here's Matrainen. Matrainen pressured by everyone on the Allies team there. Does a good job there from his knees getting it back. And Matrainen picks it up now behind the net. Leclerc's out of the box as Liquid Lightning is at full strength now. Here's Leclerc. Leclerc looking in front for 91. Couldn't get it to him as Talbot sends it down for Hill. Hill will look for that 6th goal. And he does not get it. Here comes Leclerc down the other end. Loses it for a second, but he's able to get it back as he sends the pass. Picked off by Hill, and Hill just fires it down. Allies playing that ultimate defense now. 1 guy down, 3 guys back. And the pass from Matrainen intercepted by Talbot, who sends it down for Hill. Hill able to get to it and fires it wide. Just missing that 6th goal. Blazinski from the corner centering it out. No one there except for Leclerc. And Leclerc now circles around, coming through center ice. Gets past Hill, gets past Blazinski and Talbot, puts it in front, and Funk can't get a handle of it. And Delgado now. Delgado gets it past Funk and sends it into the corner where Allen comes out, and Blazinski was ready to take him out but decided better of it. And there's Hill with another opportunity, saved by Allen. Delgado picks it up, shoots wide. And Basili loses it there to Blazinski. Blazinski fires it behind the net. Blazinski's going to get off, and Rieger's going to come on. Leclerc now loses it as he tried to get by Rieger there. And shot by Matrainen, saved by Gibson, picked up now by Funk. Funk pressured by Delgado, and he tries to shoot it in. And Hill up for Delgado. Delgado just tips it and scores. Interesting goal there. He just flipped it up in the air, and it looked like he just flipped it right over the head of Allen. I'd be interested in talking to Joey Delgado after this game and find out if he actually planned doing that or if that was meant to go to Hill in front, but he did flip it up right over the head of Allen, who didn't even seem to see it, and dropped right over him and into the net. Nice job by Joey Delgado as he gets his 2nd goal of the day. And he's the 2nd highest goal scorer on the team in this game. He's the only one besides Evan Hill with 2 goals. Evan obviously with 5 goals. And Watros comes in, shoots, save. Watros fighting for it in the corner, able to come out with it. And Talbot now puts it back in, but taken by Leclerc. Leclerc has Clemente, but he shoots wide of the net. Leclerc picks it up. Comes in and shoots off the crossbar. Or I'm not sure what the whistle was for. I don't know what the whistle was for, but it's not a goal. It did hit off the post, and we're going to get a face-off to the right of Gibson for some reason. Can't even think what it could be. Rieger sends it down into the corner, and we're coming to the end here as the Allies get ready to celebrate their first championship as the new Allies 2.0 team that they've formed this season. And that will do it. It is over, and the Allies have won the 2012 Fall E2 Division Championship. Not a big surprise. Great goaltending by Seth Gibson. Great goal scoring and passing by Evan Hill all season long, along with Brian Watros, who was unbelievable this year. Jimmy Benning, Defensive Player of the Year in my opinion. Eric Blazinski's played great. Anjanette Rieger, Dawn Santilli, Brian Talbot. They've gotten great help from the subs this year. This has been a great year for the Allies, and they earned everything as they dominated every team they faced with the exception of the Monsters, who they were never able to get the upper hand on. But not having to face the Monsters here in the championship as Liquid Lightning upset them in the first round, they're able to win a championship without beating the Monsters. And I know that's a little sour for Joey Delgado and some of his teammates, but I think when they hold this 1.5-foot trophy or so, I think they'll forget it all. And there you see, joined by Michael Kelsey, who's going to be able to get in the photo, the championship photo, and he belongs there. Missed most of the season with a season-ending injury, but he's a big part of this team, and they're hoping he can return to the team soon and celebrate a championship with his blades on. Once again, the Allies, your 2012 Fall E2 Division champions, and they earned it every step of the way. MVPs of the season, Evan Hill, of course, Brian Watros, Eric Blazinski, and of course, Seth Gibson. And tonight, the Allies will go out and celebrate as they are champions. We'll be here for all of next season, so stick with us as Memory to Video Productions brings you all the Allies games as they go and try to chase a second straight championship. We'll see you next time on Hockey Time. I'm John Murphy with Brian Freeman behind the camera. Have a good night, everyone.